adventure time. Come on, grab your friends. We'll go to very distant lands. We'll take the dog and then the human. The fun will never end. It's adventure time.
Toon time. Toon chat time.
Review. It's Toon
Toon.
Review.
It's
Toon Review.
Toon chat. Toon chat.
Toon Review.
Toon chat. Toon chat.
So as you can see, there's a line right here, or maybe right here. I don't know how it's formatted on James's screen, but there's a line separating us because, of course,
coronavirus.
Censor that, future me. Steve Carino virus is running rampant, killing our stocks.
Killing our stocks.
Yeah, killing our firstborns. Probably I should not joke about that. Anyway.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. Anyway.
And we're here to film the inaugural episode of Toon Review.
Toon chat.
We watch a Toon.
I said Toon chat. Fine.
Well, I said Toon Review.
Toon Review.
We watch a Toon because it's on brand.
It's on brand. It's on brand. Alright.
Anyway, also I'm not dead. Should probably mention that.
I'm not dead. Right after I made that video, people were like, "Is he dead? I don't know what's happening. Yeah. Is he dead?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah, we did this first.
No. Yeah. Alright, should we explain what cartoon we're reviewing? Since we both watched it and it took me a long time to watch it.
It took me like a year to watch it, so we're watching Adventure Time.
We're not watching. We watch.
Or we're not watching. We did watch, and we're talking about it.
Yeah, we're reviewing it.
Yeah.
So
what were your thoughts overall?
It's fucking amazing. When it gets good. We're going to go by seasons after Sam's done explaining his stuff, and we're going to tell our favorite moments in each season, tell our favorite episodes and shit like that. So
yeah, overall I thought it was great. The thing I didn't really like about it was that it started off like really slow in like, important episodes and events and stuff, because they really waited to start adding like big lore bits, and then after every like lore episode we get like an episode that's like about Jake going inside his belly button and adventuring with his best pal Goose. Like,
hell yeah.
It's so weird. And then there are like the non-canon episodes where they switch up the animation. There was Food Chain.
I liked Food Chain.
There was Water Park Prank, which I hated.
That one was interesting.
It was so ugly.
My favorite one was Food Chain. For those type of episodes.
The song was the best part.
Yeah, that's probably why I liked it so much.
Or do you just not like me?
And then the claymation one.
That one was cool, but like I didn't feel like watching it.
Same. The Minecraft one,
which I didn't watch.
The series, which you didn't watch, but I liked. Kinda. It was what it was.
Yeah.
Gravel Gang for life.
Okay.
You don't even know what Gravel Gang is. See, only Gravel Gang.
The Fiona and Cake episodes were. I like those a lot.
Interesting.
I like those.
They never really went into too much detail, because like at the end they set up like this whole thing with like it being projected into Ice King's mind.
Yeah.
And like there being a VHS tape of it, even though it doesn't exist, and
well, maybe we'll get some more information.
Maybe we'll see something with that in the HBO.
I can't wait for that. It's got fucking absolutely wrecked.
Bonked. I think like the ending was really good, but I don't know why. Like right before, like right before the big climax, we had this episode about like the magazine that they like, and like
Sam, you'll never understand.
why was that? Why did we get that? Why did we get that out of nowhere? They could have like done. They could have explained Canyon, like what happened to her. They
No,
could
no,
have explored like some other characters that they haven't really gone too much. But no, it's
Never.
newspaper time. Newspaper time. Magazine. I mean, magazine time. Ooh.
I really enjoyed the ending. It made me very upset.
I think later in this video we should have a debate over Finn's arm, because you liked the whole bee thing. I didn't.
I thought the bee.
We'll
episode
save
was
that
cool.
for later.
Yeah, alright.
Let's save that for later.
Let's talk about season 1. Let's talk about season 1.
Okay. Season 1.
There's a lot of good episodes.
That has the whole Tree Trunks being a crystal guardian.
I don't like Tree
storyline.
Trunks at all.
No. I don't know
Like,
what was up with that character.
she was okay during like the beginning, but like, alright, so I hate Ricardio.
The heart guy? I like
Yeah.
Ricardi. I thought he was a good heel. I mean,
They didn't
yeah, good
go
heel, that works.
too much into it. He only had like 1 or 2 episodes.
Two.
And they showed him at the, like, towards the end, too. That was basically it. I was like, oh,
So
that's
wait.
cool. Unimportant.
They showed him at the end? Right,
One of
because
them,
he,
yeah.
he died or something, and then Princess Bubblegum replaced Ice King's heart with maracas,
Yeah.
because that works. Does that mean that Simon now has like maracas in his chest? Like now that
Oh,
he's Simon
no.
again.
I guess we should have brought up the point that this is going to have spoilers, and why the fuck are you watching
I'll
a
put a
review
spoiler-
if you
I'll put a
literally
spoiler
didn't
warning.
watch the show?
I'll put a spoiler warning at the beginning.
I don't know. I kind of thought. I really liked Evicted because that's when they brought in Marceline. She's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
The first season was basically just to introduce characters.
Yeah. It wasn't really till like the second or third season they actually had like a storyline that wasn't the Tree Trunks crystal thing,
Yeah, well, the Enchiridion episode is really important.
and it set our hearts up for something that just nope, never got. Well, we kind of got, but then we didn't get.
Alright, let's go to season 2 now. It came from the Nightosphere was a good first episode for that season.
This is what was missing.
I
Oh
like
yeah,
that one.
that was the first one with Marceline's dad. I like the two-parter they had later when they were in the Nightosphere and they had to get out, but they had like amnesia.
That one was very interesting.
Yeah, and apparently demons like make bananas from their ears.
Oh no, I don't remember a whole lot of the second season except for to cut a woman's hair because, well,
That
Later-
was a weird episode.
later on.
Yeah.
I kind
That was the
of,
first time we saw that like Finn had this like amazing hair.
yeah, I think it's really sad, Finn's relationship with Bubblegum in the beginning. Like how he
Yeah.
figured out that she's like really fucking old. Even though she's literally Bubblegum, which is not a fucking person, so how is age affected there?
Well, it
I
doesn't
don't.
affect her.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't really understand why that mattered. It's not like she's a fucking human, but I kind
I don't
of
know.
get it too. Plus,
Yeah.
I like who she ends up with, Marceline.
What? No, she ended up with Finbear.
Oh yeah.
I can't believe you forgot about Finbear until I brought it up like last night on call. Finbear, top
Because
6
he's so-
character.
He's so irrelevant in the actual story.
No, he's not. Without
Okay,
him, Billy would have
literally
never been possessed
only
by the
a
lich.
couple parts, but he's so irrelevant after that point that it's not even funny.
He fed cupcakes to Princess Bubblegum.
I really love the parts with the Ice King. Especially Ice
Yeah.
King and Marceline. I thought that was very... Because that's when we got introduced to their whole connection. And their arc and all
Yeah, I
that.
thought it was kind of funny in Stakes when it was just like, he just kind of dipped and then basically just called up Aberdeen.
Yeah. Susan Strong was also a good episode because we got introduced to her character.
Not Aberdeen. Aberdeen's a place in Washington. Yeah, Susan Strong was a really interesting character when she finally started to get to know
Yeah.
like her whole deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was Go With Me? That episode, I don't remember.
Go with me. I don't know, and I can't. Oh,
I can just look it up
pull
right
out
now.
my iPad.
Oh, okay.
What?
Hold on. I think I remember this episode, but I want to read a little bit before I start saying stuff. Oh yeah, Finn tries to get Princess Bubblegum to go to the couple's only movie night,
That was a good one.
and he ended up going with Marceline instead. And then they got grossed out about people kissing, which was kind of funny.
Well, yeah, and it turned out that Finn didn't really want to, like, bone. He just wanted someone to go to the movies with him.
Yeah. That's also, like...
Oh, that was the first episode with Emo Marceline,
Emo Marceline.
where she had half her hair shaved. The hair continuity on Marceline is so strange. It just kept changing.
I mean, in the
And,
final couple seasons, Bubblegum changed her outfit literally all the time when she used to just wear the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, would it be counted as wearing since it's gum and it's a part of her?
No, it's close, because remember King of Vu started wearing her old clothes.
You're clear, transparent. You got a thing for me, girl. It's
Okay.
apparent.
Wow, that's epic.
The King of Vu arc was such a strange
I feel
thing.
like it was kind of disappointing, but I liked him as a character.
And the Vampire King.
Yeah.
That's something I have to try at. You on the
Oh,
I mean, I don't know. I think that it reached its natural conclusion.
Yeah, I
So
feel
season-
like we're going to gloss over a bunch of interesting.
Yeah, and
Things.
if we do, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
just, we probably should have, like, recorded this, like, incrementally, like, each season, but...
It doesn't really matter. Heat
Are we on
signature.
season 5?
No, we are still on the second one because I wanted to talk about Heat signature, which
That was
is
a good one. I
yeah.
don't know why that closed the season, though. I thought that Mortal Recoil and Mortal Folly were good season enders.
Yeah,
'Cause that was the Lich episodes.
I really liked Flame Princess as a character, especially
That's in...
who
like,
she
season
ended out
3.
with. Yeah, I know, but like, I'm just saying.
I don't know. I don't know why they made her...
My favorite Fiona and Cake episode is the one the boy version of Marceline because of their
Oh,
song.
Marshall, yeah.
Yeah, their song together, because that's my favorite Fiona and Cake song.
Yeah, but like, I think that Wizard Battle is such a weird one to have after Too Young.
It's not
like,
after. It's not after Too
Well,
Young.
it's 2 episodes after,
Yeah.
but like, it's the next like bubblegum episode after Too Young.
Yeah, because she ends up
She's the
kissing him.
prize.
Yeah. I feel like that's kind of teasing him.
What was missing was a good one. That was the one where they had to sing a song to open that door.
Oh yeah, that's like one of my favorite episodes
Mm-hmm.
because it really shows, it really builds their character in that episode. Apple Thief is fucking stupid, but anyway.
Apple Thief.
I mean, I'm not saying that's like a shit show of an episode. I'm just saying that like, Jake versus Meemel. Meemel. So epic. What is thank you? I don't really know the episodes by the names. Or at
That was
least
a weird
most
episode,
of
but
them.
that's where she met Mr. Pig.
What, thank you?
Buteopia was the first, like, Susan episode, so that one's important. Jake versus Meow. What were they trying to do with Meow?
Well, I feel like he was supposed to be an important character, and then he wasn't. So
Yeah,
you get to see him.
About him.
You get to see him like later towards the end, like once, and that's it. I was like,
They brought
oh
him back
okay.
for like 4 seasons, and then they brought him back for an episode, and then they brought him back in the end, and it was like, why?
Oh, Holly Jolly Secrets is a fucking fantastic episode.
That was the first really lore-heavy episode, I feel.
I love Simon so much. Betty is probably
Yeah.
one of my favorite characters. Until she got turned into a big giant monster, but
It happens.
Marceline's Closet, that one was... that's like one specific episode that I remember seeing as a child, because I wasn't allowed to watch it because I was just a wee little lad, you know? I don't know why, because there's really nothing bad.
I watched it all the time.
Yeah. Anyway,
In, like,
that's
3rd grade.
that's
Until,
probably
like, middle
the
school.
one that I should have not watched for.
So the end of this was Dad's Dungeon and Incendium, which
Which-
are 2 really good.
Yeah,
Episode.
Incendium is a really fucking good.
It's weird that, like, they didn't really bring up the whole, like, Finn PV drama until Incendium.
Yeah.
Like, after that, they just kind of ignored it. Like, after the whole, like, you know, Mortal Recoil, Mortal Folly, and Too Young, they just kind of ignored it for a while until Incendium. And then we finally got Finn a new love interest.
That has a really great song in it too.
Yeah. And then Dad's Dungeon was the one where they went through Joshua's dungeon, and they got the Demon Blood Sword. Which I think is probably my favorite sword design of the show.
It's either that or the Finn sword. The Finn sword's very interesting.
Yeah. I also like how they brought the Rattleball sword in for
Yeah.
a few episodes.
Well, the Rattleball sword it's not my favorite
It
design.
just doesn't. Yeah. I don't really like the design, but I'm just glad
Well,
they
no,
brought it in.
the design is very basic because
Yeah.
it resembles a real sword.
And I thought that the Nightosphere sword had like what were they? The way they didn't really do anything with it.
Yeah, and it kind of had an unsettling in.
Yeah, it looked more like a villain sword.
I
I
liked
think
it
that
a lot.
the Demon Blood sword had a good balance of like, you know, still looking heroic while being kind of.
Alright, so what was the
Like home.
episode where Finn went into the Pillow Fort and like...
That's not. We're not there yet.
Okay.
Season 4.
Okay.
Hot to the touch. That's when we finally got Finn and Flame Princess.
Oh, did we already finish? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, isn't that like one of the first Grable episodes?
It is the first.
Yeah.
Which is like,
I
was
enjoy
binge
those.
watching this. I thought the first Grables episode was in the first season. Don't know why, but like apparently they waited.
I liked the Grables episodes. I think the very last Grables episode is very interesting and kind of leaves me with more questions than it really should have.
Yeah.
Because it kind of explored their backstory, but they never covered any more of it after that because it was ending soon. Ooh, Daddy's Little Monster.
Ooh. Yeah, this is the Ninosphere 3-parter,
Yeah.
which was really good.
Yeah, it was.
Hug Wolf. I don't know what I can say about Hug Wolf. It happened. We just have to live with that.
Card Wars was cool because it introduced that card game, and they even made that like a real game, which is kind of cool.
Princess Cookie was good. I really wish they did more with that
Sons of
character, but I
Mars.
see why they didn't.
Yeah.
Goliad was really interesting.
All of the BMO episodes I liked, but you seem not to like that much.
A lot of them felt kind of filler, and like I didn't really like the whole like BMO factory episodes. Like
Lady and Peebles.
Okay.
Peebles.
That's the second Ricardio episode.
Yeah, that's when he got turned in. That was really weird.
Yeah.
I like how
Where he got arms
Lady and
legs.
I like how Lady and Princess Bubblegum kind of didn't fucking talk after a certain point. They never. They mentioned that one time. They're like, oh, like I didn't think you guys still talked or whatever. I forgot exactly what they said, but like he said something along the lines of that. I was like, wow, alright.
Before I actually watched the show, like back when I was a kid, and I was just like seeing all the promotional art. I thought that they were like that, like Lady Rainicorn was like her pet or something.
Yeah.
Now She Made Me, which was the second Lemon episode. What were your thoughts on that? When they had to give him the whole Lemon Town with Lemon John
Interesting.
and other Lemon.
I kind of thought the whole Finn and Flame Princess thing was also really depressing. Even though it was his fault. I know, I'm literally just talking about that, Sam. Shut up. Calm down. Calm down.
Don't bring it up yet, then.
I hate you, Sam.
Let's see, I Remember You. That's another Ice King Marcy episode.
Yeah, which was also...
Sorry, I just had to die there for a second. I got corona. I mean,
Yeah.
Steve Carino.
Steve Carino. The Lich. Heck yeah.
The Lich.
Alright, season 5. Yeah.
That's where we meet Prismo.
Prismo is also one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
Another Grable episode.
But I guess they had to keep him alive for plot reasons.
I thought his, when they brought him back was very interesting.
Finn the Human and Jake the Dog were two good episodes. Like, that's when we got Farm World Finn, and the, like, very convoluted backstory of the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I think once you get past that, it's a really good episode. Jake the Dog is also a really good episode, because then he finally... That's like the first real Prismo episode where we like really learn about Prismo.
Yeah.
And what he's like. Up a tree. They went up a tree and there were cult squirrels. What am I supposed to say? All the little people. Interesting concept. Didn't really amount to much. Jake the Dad. I don't know really what they were, like, doing with the pups. Like, I'm glad that they are characters that exist, but at the same time, they never really did anything
Yeah. I just looked
important.
up the All Your Fault episode because didn't I didn't know what that was about because like just going off of the episode name, and I saw it and I know exactly what it is, and that's like I
Lemons.
don't like that episode.
Isn't that the one with Lemon John?
Yeah, they were like starving their
Yeah.
people, and they blamed it on Princess
And they had
Bubblegum.
to start Lemon John's heart in order to get him to.
All of those disturb me.
And did Princess Bubblegum just want to flat out kill the lemons?
I
And
think.
Sam and Jake were like, no, you can't kill the lemon.
Yeah, Bad Little Boy is my favorite Fiona and Cake episode.
Yeah, Davy and Mystery Dungeon are also interesting episodes.
Simon and
Mystery
Marcy.
Dungeon was the first, like, episode that we really got with, like, Flame Princess as an actual character.
Yeah,
Instead of just, like, a love interest.
yeah. Simon and Marcy.
One of your least favorite
Oh, yeah.
episodes, A Glitch is a Glitch.
Poyo.
Pahoy!
Poi-ho. Poi-ho, Sam.
Pahoy!
Poi-ho.
It's literally what the pillow
Poi-ho.
bear said
Po-
at the
yeah,
beginning of the
poi-
episode.
poi-
He said,
po-
Pahoy!
Poi.
Pahoy. And it's the first time we saw the main antagonist. I forgot what his name was. Grob, I think it is. Put it up on screen, feature me.
I just like mispronouncing shit to make you angry. Well, anyway, I hated that episode because like it was kind of a pointless episode.
I liked it. I thought it was a really good character examination. Like, really stripping him down to his core and, like, showing who he is as a person and, like, what he would do in that situation.
Yeah.
And, like, I just thought it was really interesting. We got our first look at the main antagonist of the whole thing. Probably fan art of that.
Too
I do
old.
not want to know.
Too old. So sad. Too old. Time sandwich.
Earth and Water.
Yeah.
I forgot about that episode.
The Vault. That's an interesting one.
Oh, that was the episode where Cinnamon Bun and Flame Princess got together.
The Vault is such an interesting episode. And
So what are your
Princess
thoughts on...
Bubblegum
Dungeon
even
Train's good.
hold on. The Vault where they introduced Finn before he was Finn. I don't
She has
remember
a
what the
name.
character's name is, but
I
it's
forgot
not
too.
really
Put
that
it on
important.
screen.
It's not really that important because they never say her name again. But they do. Princess Bubblegum does recognize that towards the ending.
Mm-hmm.
I can't
And that's when
remember
Finn
if it was
found
in the
out how
final.
old she was.
Yeah. Princess Bubblegum's backstory is very intriguing.
Now, Dungeon Train was interesting because it was pretty much Infinity Train. The episode. Oh, look, it's you, the episode. James.
I like James as a character, but I think I'm kind of biased. We Fixed a Truck is a good episode also.
Yeah, such a weird one, too. Lemon Hope.
That one episode that Princess Bubblegum was, tiny, turned to 13, that one was kind of depressing. Really depressing. I'm pretty sure we already skipped that, but...
Yeah, I already talked about that.
I don't remember you talking about
Rattle
that.
Balls was good.
Root Beer Guy.
Rattle Balls.
No. Rattle Balls isn't that good of a character. Root Beer Guy, on the other hand, is another
Rattle
one of my
Balls
favorite
is greater
characters.
than Root Beer Guy.
No, because when Root Beer Guy got turned into a Plant Boy, Plant Soil Man.
Dirt Beer Guy.
No, Soil Man.
No, he calls himself Dirt
I
Beer Guy.
literally do not give two shits, Sam.
And then it ends on Billy's bucket list, which sets up the next season, which is season 6, which is the Orgalorg season. So what are your thoughts on the Orgalorg arc?
Oh, we missed Lemon Hope. Lemon Hope was
It's not
epic.
important.
It is so important, Sam.
What does Lemon Hoop do after this episode, except for ride a
So
dragon at the
much.
end of the episode?
So much. What was my thoughts on what, Sam?
The next season, which is basically just the Orgalorg arc and the King of New arc.
It was probably one of my favorite seasons that I like. That's one of the seasons that I really enjoyed.
I remember this is where I stopped watching the show around this time, and like I saw Stakes, but like this is where I kind of stopped watching.
You saw
And yeah,
it out of order.
well, I saw Stakes after this, but this is where I stopped watching when I like originally watched it as a kid.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
this is the same.
Escape
This is the
from.
same.
Ooh.
This is the same season with Water Park Prank,
Yeah.
which has the worst art style out of any episode.
No. Objectively not, but it's still. Ooh. Escape from the Citadel is a really fucking good episode because that introduced Finn's dad, and Finn's dad's an ass.
Alright, this is also the Finn's dad arc.
Yeah.
There are a lot of arcs in this season.
Yeah, it was really good. And then James too. The whole James thing got kind of weird when he got transformed into the big colossal
Yeah.
James.
They didn't really explain the mutants.
Oh yeah, Breezy. The one that you hate but I really like.
Okay, I think this is the time we get into the Finn's arm debate.
Oh, I don't care about the arm stuff. I just like Breezy as a character and the song that they sing together.
Okay, so
And it doesn't
Look.
matter because he loses it he loses like 3 more times, so it literally doesn't matter.
he loses it one more time, but this was like
No.
so divisive. It's just like, okay, we're gonna have a character lose an arm. That's big, okay? That's huge. Like, if you lose an arm...
Yeah, and then he got
That's-
character growth in it. That was like the
There-
key
Yeah, then
for
it was
him
all
getting
taken
his
away
arm
when
back.
And then it was like all taken away when like some bee just showed up and wanted to like pollinate his flower.
Wanted to fuck his flower arm. Hand.
Yeah, there you go, James. There you go. You pieced it together. What a good job. Good job.
Yeah.
It was such a stupid idea to give him his arm back so soon after losing it.
It
and
literally
then just like
does not matter that much, though, Sam. I like the character in the song. That makes it
It's
a
like-
good episode in my book.
wow. Okay.
Kind of
whatever.
like Food Chain was my favorite out of all of the weird, the little special episodes that they invited one independent creator to make a whole ass episode.
I kind of like Water Park Prank just because of how bad it looked.
I love Food Chain because the art style is actually really interesting.
Also, why was everyone British in Water Park Prank? All the side
I
characters were British.
Don't fucking know.
And what was with the daddy sad faces?
I don't know. But Food Chain, I also really like the song. It was kind of like a musical.
Yeah. Except not really, because there's only one song and it was at the end.
Yeah. It was a good episode.
Let's see. Hot Diggity Doom in the comment.
When did they introduce Jake's dad? Or not Jake's dad. Jake's other brother. That's what I meant to say.
Jermaine.
Yeah. When does
And they actually introduced him in the old Crystal arc, but that's not important. So yeah, then after Hot Diggity Doom in the comment, King of Ooh takes over Candy Kingdom.
Yeah, which I actually liked.
I like that too.
Him running
I think-
the kingdom instead of Bubblegum. I thought she
don't
got more
know- yeah.
character development, and King of Ooh was also a really interesting character running the kingdom. But
Yeah, I don't know if like online people like that arc because I haven't really seen much of it, but I think it's it's like pretty divisive amongst the community, but I liked it. I thought it was an interesting change of pace to strip Bonnie of being a princess, and
Bonnie and Clyde.
I didn't like it. So I like Stakes. Stakes was a really good eight part series.
Hold on. Evergreen was also a really good episode. I think we should bring
Okay,
that
yeah.
up because that's also important. We'll get to Stakes in a minute.
It set
Hold
up,
on.
It set up elements.
Yeah. And it also explained a lot of backstory for the Ice King and why the crown does that to him.
Mm-hmm.
Astral Plane is interesting, but I don't remember too much from it, so.
I think that's where Finn started tripping balls and he got out of his body and started walking around until he met the Comet, and the Comet was like, "Hey, dude, you gotta go stop this dude."
Yeah.
He
Dark
was like,
Purple.
"Okay, dude."
I know Dark Purple is not important, but I actually really enjoyed that episode.
Yeah, I wish they actually explained what was going on instead of Susan just being like,
Well,
"Nope."
that was the joke.
I know that was the joke,
But
I'm
I still
so
wanted
curious.
to know. Yeah.
Ugh.
It's funny, but at the same time, why? Oh yeah, the diary was such a weird episode. I like the whole Jake Kids arc thing that they had going on, but it still wasn't
I
really
just wish
important.
it went towards something.
Well, it showed their development, but their development didn't have a broad. It didn't affect the story that much, but it was still interesting to watch.
Hoots was good.
Yeah, Friends Forever wasn't really cool.
You Forgot Your Floaties was also really good. Jermaine was really good.
Yeah, Jermaine was really good. I was going to say that. Yeah, you
Rain.
Forgot Your Floaties is like. I love Betty so much. Betty's such a good
I
character.
kind of think it's funny that they just turned Finn into an egg and Jake into soup, and then we're just kind of nonchalant about it.
Yeah.
And then he became Bread Boy.
Orgalorg is an interesting
Yeah.
episode.
Okay, you ready to move on?
No,
You ready
the
to talk about
comment.
Orgalorg?
The comment.
We talked about that. Finn's dad dies.
Well,
and-
you talked about it too early.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get through this because there's
Fuck
a
you.
lot to go over.
Fuck you.
But you're one to stop at every episode, be like, "Oh, that was."
Bonnie and Nettie. Bonnie and Nettie.
Okay, yeah. That's good because it explains stuff for later.
Yeah.
Cherry cream soda was good because that was our introduction to Dirt Beer guy.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that episode. Football,
And football.
was so weird. I mean, I liked it, don't get me wrong, but why?
That's another thing that kind of set up Infinity Train, if you think about it.
Oh yeah, kind of, yeah. Alright, so let's talk about stakes. So, hold on, I think we should talk about the broad aspect of your favorite, like, specials that they had.
Yeah, I think Stakes was my favorite special.
It was probably my favorite special.
It's really close to Islands.
Yeah,
which we'll get into
Islands is really close. The most interesting one is Islands. This one has just really good characters in the same location, and it makes for a good story.
Yeah, and it really does a good job of like stripping Marceline of like her powers and like.
And it was
developing
kind
her
of really
more
sad,
character.
and I cried like 3 times watching it because like it was really fucking depressing.
But I think the reason that it takes the cake as one of my favorites is because Vampire King at the end he does his little
He
he tears off his clothes and he flies into a cloud and he has like a little temper tantrum.
That's not why I enjoyed it, but
But no, that's not why I enjoyed it. That's why it's my favorite though.
nah, that's
Just
not why it's
because
my
of
favorite.
that.
That's not okay. I also really fucking love the song that she sings. That's one of my favorite Marceline songs.
Yeah.
So good.
And then after that we get
the
a
two-part-
two-part BMO episode
Yeah,
about Mo.
that's my favorite BMO episode actually.
I didn't really care that much about BMO though. I'm like, he's a side character. Why are you giving him all this?
Well, he's going to be more important in the
I
HBO
know.
specials.
And I'm dreading every minute of it.
I love BMO.
Sometimes they can make a BMO episode interesting, like when they gave him like Ice King and he was a businessman.
Yeah, that
But
was
like most
also
of the time,
another
it's just
good one.
freaking BMO.
Yeah, BMO's awesome. See, this is why I wanted to have you on this new thing that I'm doing, because you know, 2 different sides.
Yeah. I just didn't really like BMO that much as a character. Like when he was the focus of an episode, I thought he worked best as like a side character.
Yeah.
You know, but whatever. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's
forgot
also
what Summer
objective.
Showers and Angel Face were. I doubt they're important if they are to me. But President Porpoise is missing, and Blank Eyed Girl.
Blank
Those
Eyed
are
Girl
the
was
last 2
interesting.
episodes I remember watching before I stopped watching Adventure Time altogether.
Yeah.
As a kid, because like the last season I remember, so I meant to say earlier, was the Orgelwork season.
Yeah.
But yeah, President Porpoise and Blank Eyed Girl and Crossover were the last few episodes I really remember.
Bad.
Actually, this season.
Jubies?
Never mind. This season was the last season I remember watching in the entirety. I watched all these.
I
when
liked
was little.
the Bad Jubies, like the clay animation, but I didn't really get invested into the story that they were trying to
Yeah.
tell. I did like the animation though. I thought that was pretty epic.
What did you think of Scamps?
I
Do you remember that episode?
I don't remember it by the name. If you told me a little bit about it, I would
I'm
remember
pretty
it.
sure. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure it was the episode about the mud scamp, and
Hold
then
on.
like the king frog,
I can
like the-
literally look it
like
up.
the frog that turned out to be a prince when Finn kissed him.
No, it's the one with the marshmallow guys. The marshmallow
guys.
kids that were like
Oh, I skipped that
scamming
episode. I couldn't
people.
handle that. I couldn't handle that. Never mind.
I
I
enjoyed
wanna
that
talk
episode.
about the mud
Crossover
scamp episode.
crossover
Yeah,
was
that
really
a
good
one.
because
It's
I
like
really
Human
liked
Billy
I liked it a lot. Hold on.
and Lich Jake.
The Hall of Egress was alright.
I really liked that one. It was like Groundhog Day, but like more. I guess it would be more traumatic for Finn than it would like if you just relived a day over. But instead, he had to like go blind for like a year, and then until he like could really figure things out. It was really interesting.
Yeah. Flute Spell
Um,
is a fantastic episode because I really like Huntress Wizard a lot too.
Mm-hmm. I wish they gave her more development, but yeah.
Yeah, well, they kind of showed a couple glimpses of her at the very end. And she also helped
Yeah.
with the fight, which is more than I can say for a lot of the characters.
Yeah, it's like Lumpy Space Princess and Lemongrab were at least there, but they just kind of stood there.
I mean,
And
they
cried,
helped
I
singing.
think.
They helped
They
sing,
helped with the singing part, yeah.
which was actually a big part of that song. Because
And then
without
for some reason,
them, I think the song would feel kind of flat.
they ended this episode off with a filler episode, The Thin Yellow Line,
Yeah.
which is such a weird way to end it. Like, there were so many like story-based episodes they could have ended it with, but no, we gotta end it with the Banana Guards and what they go through.
I actually liked it though. I thought it was intriguing. I just don't know why they had to
Yeah.
end it off like that.
Yeah.
Alright, season
Yeah.
8. This is when it like got really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just kept going, like getting better from here.
Broke His Crown was good. I don't really. I think they were this. I think okay. So I think that they were planning a different ending at this point than what they ended up with, because
I
that-
think
that's
what
why
they ended
made
up with
Simon
was
and Betty.
very satisfying.
Yeah, I think this was the best possible outcome for Simon and Betty. But then they.
I mean, it's not the best outcome, but
Changed
it's a good outcome.
It would have been the best possible outcome, but then they kind of ruined it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
but
know why.
On its own, the episode's good.
I like how Simon, Ice King got turned in back to Simon, but I don't know why Betty and Ice King could have just not have been a couple together. Like I thought that would have been satisfying too.
Yeah.
Or they, even better, like this would have been
I
like
mean-
the best possible outcome. It's not what happened, obviously, and I think what actually happened was okay. But if they both, got turned back to normal and were together,
Not everything is
again.
gonna have a perfect ending,
yeah,
and I really like. I like that aspect in like shows. I like how there's always some things that are just left
they could have
wrong or not like right. You know.
Yeah, but there could have been
It's like-
countless other things that could have still been wrong, and
It's
kept
why you
that
can't have like a
good.
Disney movie without at least one permanent death. You know. There's got to be some stakes.
Oop, my family died.
I Am a Sword, which is the next like really important episode.
You didn't find that funny, did you?
No.
Oh, dang.
I really liked I Am a Sword. I liked Finn's
I
sword.
liked it too. I like his character when he gets turned into.
It's. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about Fern later. But I really like the idea that there's just like an alternate universe somewhere where Jake's stuck sleeping and he's Prismo, and Finn's just a sword.
Yeah. Elemental was good.
That's when we learned about Patient Saint Pym, which I don't think you remembered the name of that character until I brought it up, but yeah.
Yeah. The music hole. Oh
So
yeah.
Now 5 short tables. And Normal Man.
I don't care. Oh, actually, I like Normal Man better than Magic Man. Magic Man got on my nerves like the whole time. I mean, not to say that he was a bad character, but he got on my nerves. Daddy Daughter Card Wars was my favorite episode with Jake's kids in it because it has my favorite Jake's kid. She has a name, but I don't really remember her name because they're not really that relevant in the story. Pre-boot and reboots. Good.
That was the Dr. Gross episodes with Timmy. Tiffany, not Timmy. Tiffany!
Tiffany! Two Swords was...
You don't like Tiffany, but I like Tiffany. I thought he was a hilarious antagonist.
I thought he was kind of an asshole. Which
yeah, I like
he was
the,
supposed
like-
to be, but like I didn't like him.
I like that he was like all
I
overconfident
liked-
in himself.
I
but,
liked
like,
him
if he
after
went-
he turned not an asshole.
I wish they would have like done an episode where like he hyped himself up like he was gonna kill Finn, but then they got into a fight and then Finn just like totally destroyed him.
Just beats the fuck out of him.
Yeah. Two swords.
I
I think
don't.
that was the episode where they killed Finn's sword
Yeah, I think it was.
and set up the future.
Yeah, was that the one where they introduced that other bad character? I don't remember her name.
Oh,
But
it
it
was
was
like the
fucking
bandit
shit up.
princess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember what Wheels is. It's probably not that important.
No, it was the skateboard episode
What?
with Jake's granddaughter.
That's not that important.
You said yourself that you love that episode.
I don't remember what you're talking about.
Whatever. Okay. We
Hold
had a
on,
whole
hold
conversation
on,
about that episode,
hold on,
remember?
hold on, hold on. No, I don't remember. That was
You said
like
it was one of your
3 days
favorites.
ago. That was like, oh yeah, oh yeah,
It was
okay,
literally yesterday.
yeah. I remember that. I was just cheesing you. I was just cheesing you.
Just cheesing you.
This is probably my actual favorite one. The other one's my second favorite because I really liked her character a lot, and I liked the feel of that episode.
Then we had Jelly Beans Have Power, in which we learned that Jelly Beans have
Power. Islands.
even though she never used her elemental abilities after that.
Yeah.
Unless you count elements, but like... Yeah, this is where we got the back-to-back, like, specials. So we got
Yes.
the Island special.
Alright, I just want to say, Islands is really close to being my favorite. If Marceline wasn't such a good character, I would say that Islands is my favorite. The human's backstory in Adventure Time is the fucking most interesting thing I've ever heard of. And
Yeah, and-
a lot of the stuff that they talk about in this, I could see happening in real life. Especially the disease killing everyone. Yeah, that's probably gonna happen.
Yeah, Steve Carino.
No, wasn't that like episode 7? I sent you it. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, this is so relevant right now. It was.
Yeah, but
It's so
it's
good.
so weird, too. 'Cause,
Oh,
like,
and also
there's-
the one where they talked about everyone being in VR headsets because they can't take the outside world.
Yeah.
That I see that happening in the future.
And then there's like the other one, which is the weirdest one, like the weirdest island, where it's just like there's this old lady there, but like
Yeah,
apparently
that
everyone
one.
else who was on the island died
Yeah.
because someone was controlling the weather. And they never really explain it, but I'm really curious to see what that was.
That's probably the most interesting island that. Actually, I shouldn't say interesting. I should say the most mysterious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because another interesting island that they didn't go into was the one that everyone was trapped in VR. They didn't go into any of that, like that whole.
No, but like that one was more self-explanatory, I feel.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's just like an island for people who like didn't want to deal with reality when the whole thing happened, so they put themselves in VR.
Yeah,
know.
which I feel like that's a really heavy topic because I feel like we're getting to that point. But another really good one is the one where they explain Susan's backstory because I really like. First of all, I like the Founders song, and second of all, I just really Susan's backstory is so interesting.
So then we basically meet Finn's mom, and we know why she is the way she is.
I
and then
love Finn's mom.
She has like a redemption arc and whatever.
Well, the story of the Helpers is very interesting. Sorry, continue.
So I'm looking at the ratings, and for some reason, like, it's pretty like high. It's in like the 8s and 9s, and then Horse and Ball, it goes down to 0.76, and then it goes back up to 0.91 for Jelly Beans Have Power, and then it's in the solid like millions for Islands.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So strange.
Well, they also promoted that a lot before it happened.
Yeah, so then jumping into season 9,
Yeah.
Or
Well,
didn't
hold
do
on,
as good
hold on,
as
hold on,
Elements.
hold on.
And Elements didn't do as good as Islands.
Well, I think that was the most lackluster of all of the specials, but it doesn't mean that
It was still good. I think
Yeah.
it was still good. It still told a good story.
Yeah,
I just don't
really
think it was as good as Stakes or Islands.
Yeah, I really liked that one. I thought it was good. Ah,
Whoa,
Ketchup.
Ketchup.
Ketchup was a good
Didn't-
one.
And it didn't do so good in the ratings. Looks like 67.
That's probably
And
because
this is
it
a
wasn't
short-
really an important episode.
No, but I liked it. I like how they each told their stories in like different ways and stuff.
Yeah. Three Buckets
Um,
was interesting, but I don't remember where the third bucket was.
What? What was 3 buckets?
Yeah, well, it was when Finn got trapped in the thing, and he had a bucket for some reason, and there was also a trash bucket. I don't remember where the other bucket was.
Did I watch this episode?
Fiona and Cake and Fiona was
So weird. We already talked about it though. So
Yeah.
I don't want to go too much into that one.
yeah.
Continue talking. I'm gonna try to see what 3 buckets was because I don't remember that.
All right.
Oh, the episode where Fern went insane,
Yeah.
and then Finn killed Fern.
That was really upsetting because he didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, and then he had a whole PTSD thing about it in Wild Hunt.
I don't think we talked about Elements enough though. We talked
Should
about
we?
Islands and everything else so much, and I feel like we should a little bit. I liked
Okay,
Ice King in
so-
it,
Yeah, Ice King and Buddy stole the show, I think, kinda.
and
They were definitely the most interesting part.
the bubblegum song that she sings is really good. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, move on.
Did you like Marshmalline?
I felt some of those characters be quite funny because it's like the complete opposite of how they would react. Kind of like a flame princess when she got turned into
Dragon.
Yeah.
Wonder
And-
what Slime Princess was gonna do once she ate everyone. Once she vored everyone. I don't like how that episode was just for her. Let's just move on.
Son of Rat Bear. Hell yeah.
Oh.
That
it
one-
puts 8 Mile to shame. It puts 8 Mile to shame.
That one was fucking hilarious. Flame Princess is the rap god.
17 was a really good one.
Yeah, that. Well, are we not gonna talk about Bonnabelle Bubblegum?
Oh yeah, that was also really good.
Yeah. Ring of Fire was
It
good.
told the story.
Basically, literally every single episode in this one was really good.
Except for, let me find it. I think it's Bananas, or the first investigation.
I like the first investigation. I
What was
liked
the
all
first-
of these
oh,
episodes.
never mind. I think it's Bananas, the one where they go and find the magazine company.
I like that one.
I just don't understand it. It's like every other
You don't need to.
episode in this season. Oh wait, what? No, that's not Banana. Is that Bananas? Yeah, that is Bananas. But like every other episode in the season was important, and like
The Marceline
you know,
episode
led
was
to
really
something.
cool. So, like, you know,
Classic cheek play.
that literally didn't make any sense.
I know.
Classic cheat clay. So,
Classic cheek
I
play.
like how season 7 was literally just Marceline. It was just a Marceline season. Because, like, all of them was... Almost every single episode was about Marceline. And then, as it moved on, they tried to diverse which characters they were telling.
What? Season 7 was a Marceline episode, even though it opened up with Bonnie and Nettie.
No, I'm talking about
And
like
cherry
right
cream soda.
after they had more Marceline episodes than any other season that they've had.
Oh.
That's
okay.
why I called it a Marceline season. I thought that was pretty
There
self-explanatory.
were a lot of Marceline seasons, but
Which I enjoyed every single one of them, to be honest.
I liked the whole, like, Jake the Star Child and the first investigation stuff,
Yeah.
but I feel like they could have done more with that than what they did, because, like, it just didn't really...
I don't
Make
understand how Jake
sense?
got back by them going in there and the little ziggurat
I
thing.
don't-
It was
I-
no, I don't think it was a ziggurat. It was whatever the chamber thing was that they went into.
Yeah, it was the thing that they used in the first Mars episode.
Yeah.
The ratings were really bad for the last 3 before Come Along With Me.
Well, it wasn't really that. Well, I guess it was important, but like, I don't know.
I think I know why Bananas didn't have the best ratings, but like the Jake stuff should have done better, especially Temple of Mars.
Yeah, because those were really
Um,
story intensive. Because those episodes were setting up Come Along With Me, which, let me just say, is a
Mhm.
fucking wonderful
Like,
finale.
Okay, it's cool that like Jake has this like backstory and stuff, but did they really need it at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Like if you
it-
took all the Jake backstory stuff out of this season
I feel like he wouldn't be
and
the
you
same
just watched
character.
it, he would be the same.
No, I
He didn't
don't
learn
think so.
anything or anything.
Yeah, but it builds who he is. Come Along With Me is really good. Every single episode of it was really good. I enjoyed it, and it was really sad and emotional, and the songs in it were by far. If I was rating each of the things by how good the songs were in it, each of the specials, I would probably say that this one would be my favorite. The
And
beginning,
then,
the beginning of Come Along With Me was kind of confusing because they opened it up in the future. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's because they took like a few months off. They took a lot of pure.
Yeah, because
Almost.
they released the Diamonds and Lemons thing before they released their special.
Which you need to see.
I'm
It's
not
so
watching it.
Good.
I am literally not watching it.
But James, vanilla no mods.
I
You
literally
don't understand that
don't
one.
understand. And I don't want to. Alright. So,
Gravel Gang out.
so what would you rate Adventure Time?
9 out of 10.
I would
Let me get
rate
back
it
in
a
the frame.
9.2 out of 10.
Oh, you're doing decimals? IGN stopped doing decimals, so did I.
Alright, should we speculate on Distant Lands? What
I
we
think it's gonna be good. So the first episode's BMO.
Yeah, I don't really understand what they're going to do, you know? I mean, it literally could be anything. There's
They'll
endless
have it
possibilities.
be Mo.
Well, maybe they can explain the stuff leading up to,
Mo.
the first episode of, Come Along With Me. That would be really interesting, I think. How he was, what, up on the mountain and shit like that. I really want more backstory on that. Or they could
Or maybe they could explain where he came from. Like, I know we kind of got that with BMO Factory, but like, how did Finn find him?
Oh yeah, that could be an interesting episode too. What's Obsidian?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to go to this thing to look at it. Alright, so BMO follows, obviously, BMO. when there's a deadly space emergency in the farthest reaches of the galaxy, there's only
So none of
one
what we
hero to
thought.
call. And it's probably not BMO, except that this time it is. Wow, that's so epic. So BMO is
Thank
just
you.
going
Thank
to
you,
outer
thank you, Dad.
space. Why though?
BMO in space.
The one that I'm probably really excited for that's coming out officially this year is Obsidian, which features Marceline and Princess Bubblegum, and they're going on a journey and shit to the Glass Kingdom.
The Glass Kingdom.
Yeah,
Because Obsidian is basically glass. It's
Yeah.
flat glass.
it's black glass. Hell yeah.
Hey, you wanna film black glass? You wanna explain that, James?
No. I don't want to explain that. Wizard.
City.
That one follows Peppermint Butler. I'm fucking excited for that too. Starting over at the beginning as just another inexperienced wizard school student. So it's going to explain Peppermint Butler's backstory, basically.
No, because remember he got brain juice, and now he's gonna redo his stuff.
Maybe they could do that, or they could go.
No,
through
that's
his
literally
backstory.
what it said. That
No,
he's starting
no,
over at the
no,
beginning.
no,
Because
no,
he got brain
no,
juice,
no,
so he's starting over.
I hate you. I hate you. Stupid. I hate you.
Okay, what's Together again about?
Alright. This one is basically Finn and Jake. One where they're together, they're rediscovering their brotherly bonds, and embark on the most important ventures of their lives. Wow. I like how in the Distant Lands HBO Max cover thing, Finn has a robot arm, and also another sword. BMO has a cowboy hat. That's
Where are
funny.
you finding all this?
I literally went to the wiki and then clicked on the reference material that they had for the Distant Lands ones.
Oh, that's a cool looking sword. It looks like the Fierce Deity sword from Zelda.
Yeah. Each one of these episodes is an hour long, which is really cool. I really hope they have more than just 4. They might, depending on how good these are, like how good they perform.
Mm-hmm. Venus got a cowboy hat, Pet Butt studying, there's a water person for some reason,
Yeah, I
and
guess
a
we'll
bunny person
actually.
for some reason.
That could be a glass person since they're going to the Glass Kingdom.
No, water person. Water
It literally
person.
shows the Glass Kingdom in the background, Sam.
Then there's Abracadabra.
Abracadaniel.
What did you think? We need to do like a tier list of like the characters.
Yeah.
That'd be such a long tier list.
Every single character ever.
Wait, hold on, look
Um,
it up. See if
what
that's
is-
a thing.
What is that one character? I know who it is, but I don't know his name. The bunny looking thing. I don't remember what he was.
He wasn't a character.
Yeah, there was a character that looked exactly like him.
In the Fiona and Cake thing, yeah, but it wasn't him, 'cause in the
No,
Fiona and Cake one,
no.
it was an old lady.
Sam. Oh yeah, that's exactly what he looks like. Holy shit. Crossover.
They're not doing that, I don't think.
I really wish they would. Just
They might
give
do
us
it
one
later.
more.
One more time.
I don't really like Marceline's hair. How literally it
I
looks
do.
like a pizza. How that part of her head is shaved, but literally every other part of her hair is long, and she has a ponytail. Why?
It
Why?
looks like a pizza? What?
No, because it's like 1/4.
What kind of pizzas are you eating?
1/4 pizza.
I think it looks fine. I like the little doozies.
Well, that's also not the art style either. That's just the cover. I really like this cover though. Oh, Princess Bubblegum. Heck yeah. I personally can't wait.
Look up a tier list for Adventure Time characters. See if there's like a website where you make our.
List. Tier list maker. Hell yeah. Bruh, you know what it is.
Start screen sharing.
Hold on. I think we should end off our
Yeah,
Toon
let's end
review.
this video first, because this is already long, and that'll just be a lot longer.
Yeah, it's an hour and 12 minutes. You're gonna have to edit all that, Sam. Congratulations.
I'm fine with it.
Top of the morning, afternoon to you. And, yeah, this is it for this video.
Yeah, goodbye.
Thanks for watching. I hope you liked
I'm not
this.
dead. Subscribe, like,
No,
comment.
he's actually dead. This is recorded in the past.
Yeah, this is a recorded message. I will probably be replaced by a robot now.
Alright, anyway, thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Your mom!